Game started.
Charles IV from the United States. Okay, e4. Let's see, what have I played recently? e5, e6, knight f6, e5. So I should play a Sicilian then. Or Scandinavian. I haven't played that in a while too. Okay. Let's just play d6 here. My old main line. I had a new idea here I was going to try out. So let's see if he plays a normal move, knight to... he plays something different. And he's committed the bishop to that square. Let's just play knight c6. I'll save my new idea for another game. Come out, attack the bishop, I think. Oh, he's just going to take it. Well, it's an interesting way to play. Don't see this. People play the traditional lines so much, you don't see these novelties. So there's always this idea of pushing this pawn. So maybe I'll just try and stop it with the e5, creating a weak pawn on d6. But I have a pawn on c6 to keep the knight out of these squares as well. And then just develop and castle on the king side. Maybe later try for some pressure on the b file. His e-pawn is supported by two pieces, and he can also bring a rook over to support it. He's preparing f4, which is a very logical move. And I can't really do much about that. I could try and counter immediately. Since he hasn't put pressure on e5, I could play... I could think about playing d5 immediately. So he might be tempted to support the e-pawn instead of pushing on with f4. So if d5 then takes, knight takes, I'm okay. Well, it does open up his bishop, but it gives me a little more center influence. And I can push on with...
check.
Yeah, I could have thought about pushing on with e4. Let's check. I see. That's interesting. So if I defend with the bishop, then this pawn is maybe hanging. Bishop here, knight takes, queen takes. And bishop takes, queen takes. Check again. And it is a center pawn, and his queen gets active, so that looks bad for me. So I'll try king f8. That's kind of a weird move, but it does hold on to the d pawn. So now maybe d4 to harass the knight, and queen b6 to harass the bishop, or possible. So how about if knight here, knight to so d4, knight e4, knight takes. That's no good. d4, maybe he takes here first. Bishop takes, then knight e4. Yeah, that's possible. After knight e4, I have queen to after knight e4, I have queen d5 hitting the knight and the bishop simultaneously. So that's why I took back with a pawn instead of a bishop. If there was a bishop there, he could play knight takes bishop. And then when I take back, save his bishop. Or if I take the bishop, then save his knight. So, but here, after knight to e4, queen to d5, he has no move that defends the bishop. Oh, the bishop could just retreat and defend the knight. But the queen is good on d5, and I can play rook to g1. And maybe f5, chase the knight away. Or probably with the bishop. Better chase with the bishop. Okay, well, he's stopping to think. It's complicated here. My king is all messed up, so he may have a devastating attack. I wouldn't be surprised. My king position is nothing to be proud of. But I have two bishops. I have open lines for my rooks and my bishops. And yeah, my pieces are hopefully about to jump into the game, so this maybe is enough compensation. So we did go there, okay. So my idea was queen d5. So queen d5, I'm assuming bishop d3. Rook g1. Let's go ahead and play it. And bishop f5 is possible. Yeah. His queen can come out to some of these squares. Do I want to move my bishop first? Well, let's see how I can't tell. Let's see how he reacts to the rook move. If I put the bishop there first, he could just move the knight away somewhere, because the bishop is defended. But if I put the rook here first and then the bishop here, then he can't move the knight away because of the checkmate threat. But here, with the rook here, it gives him an extra tempo, so maybe he can play something, maybe f3, to eliminate threats on this diagonal. Or queen there, okay. So now bishop to f5 threatens the knight. If knight moves, there's checkmate. He has check here, of course, with the queen. Okay, let's think about it. So bishop here, queen here, check, king to e8. Bishop here, check, is covered. And he's not hitting my bishop, so let's try this. Also covers h7.
Check.
There's knight to f6 check. But after bishop takes, queen takes, there's checkmate on g2 still. Yeah, pretty interesting tactical sequence here. Let's see if he finds a good move.
Check.
Yeah, he played that. Okay. He can take my bishop now, so it wins a piece, but it loses to checkmate.
Checkmate.
Okay, interesting. I guess he just didn't see that one coming. So I'm going to upload this and do a post-mortem as usual. See you guys later. Bye.